Hi everybody, it's Debbie. I'm here to do a short video just to show you some embellishments I've been making. There was a sort of a personal challenge. It wasn't a challenge where there's any prizes or swapping going on. It was just a personal challenge to use up items in your stash by making pockets and tucks and envelopes, or not envelopes, embellishments that you can use in your journals. So I thought this was awesome, and I just went nuts doing stuff because I find if I can tackle a few quick little projects like this, I feel good because I'm getting done. I'm getting something done. Whereas if I'm working on a journal, sometimes it can take me 2 weeks, even longer, to do a journal. So you kind of get frustrated. You keep putting it on the, on the back burner because, hey, this is taking so long, I got to do something different. So anyway, I did a whole bunch of these little embellishments. So these are pockets that I make. So I like putting the tag in here. It doesn't come out, it's stationary, it's part of the pocket, but it looks like it's a tag that can come out. And then I like doing a lot of layering, so when I put it on the page, there's a tuck spot in behind, and if I leave it open, I can put something bigger in there, and then there as well. So I've got a bunch of these different ones. These are Wild Orchid Craft Magnolia, I think, or Magnolia, but they were a bit bright in the yellow, so I just used some vintage photo to distress them and put some lace here. Again, that tag, it's a little price tag. I've just stuck some old dictionary paper on it. And this one, this is an old earring that I lost half to. And some fabric, I believe this came from Liz, Liz the Paper Crafter. And then a garment pin that I got from J9 Scraps. So, okay, this one's a little bit smaller, so this is a bit tight going in, but... And there's the other part of that earring. It was really long. I don't mind that I lost it because it was a bit too long. So I just cut it in half and used part of it there. That one. And this is some fabric that I had left over, so I just sort of shaped it into a bow and stuck it down. And then these ones here. This is a different color, one of the Wild Orchid Craft flowers. Yeah, that's a bit too small. This is from some paper pad I had. And so that's the pockets. I want to do more tuck spots and pockets. That's all I did in those. I had seen Jenny Heft do these teeny tiny little envelopes. You use a 2x2 piece of paper and then just fold them up. Well, I'm not very accurate in folding center, so some of the envelopes, the shapes are kind of wonky, but they all have little tags or tiny journaling spots. Now, I've never made those tiny weeny junk journals that everybody's been doing, but these probably would work in there, so maybe I should make a couple. But they would, see, this one's a weird shape. They would work in any of them, really. I also did a whole bunch of paper clips. These are the small ones, and I have a punch. I just punched out a bunch of flower shapes on book page, and I've got layered some cheesecloth that's been dyed, a eyelash trim, and then the flower with a bit of bling on it. And I did 2 banners. So there's a whole bunch of these here. And then I did some in some leftover papers that I've got in my stash. Used up some strips of paper. So there's a whole bunch of these. We just use different color rhinestones, the flat back rhinestones. I use these in all my journals, so having them done up ahead of time, maybe it won't take me 2 weeks to do a journal because I'll have all the embellishments already made. Just a matter of picking the pages and putting it together. So then I did some big paper clips. Again, I used the Wild Orchid Craft flower centers here, and I distressed them so that they look a little more vintage. This is some twill that I have in my stash, left over from when I reupholstered a footstool, and then I liked this bling. I thought it was a little more vintage looking. So there's a bunch of these, but I also, when I was tea dyeing, I took the tea bag tag and I tea dyed that too. This was Yogi, I can't remember the flavor. But I didn't realize until when I was thinking, oh, I'm going to put some of those tea bag tags on here, that every one of them has a little saying on the back. This one says, a relaxed mind is a creative mind. So I started looking at them all and I'm going, holy cow, this is awesome. Okay, there's not one on that one. Okay, this one says, compassion creates understanding. It's so cool. Some of them I just put tickets on. Love is an infinite power. So I'm going to have to go and get some more of these tea bags. The purpose of life is to enjoy every moment. Love without trust is a river without water. So I thought those were amazing. So yeah, I've got to go get more of those. Another thing I did was I started, I do charms on all my journals. It's just something I have to do. So I started threading or wiring onto different beads. And some of them I actually put bead caps on. Not all of them, just mainly the ones where they were too small, where the wire, the head pin was going to flip through. So I've done all these. Got all those done. So I'm way ahead of the game. These ones, these really tiny ones, I like putting on the lace that I put down the side. And then these ones, well, these here, I didn't. They're already, they came like that. But I've got these ones done. And these ones are done as well. These are getting ready to be put on a charm for the journal I'm finishing up right now. And then I got really ambitious and I thought, well, I want to do more. I need more of the larger ones. So I went through all my beads, and I keep my beads in containers like this. They come in a 3-pack at the dollar store, and there's different sizes. These are the small ones, then there's medium and large. And I keep them by color. So I just went through every grouping of beads that I had and picked out some from every color. So the plan is to get these all to get these ones all put on the wires like this, so then they're ready to play with. And then I got my Big Shot machine out and started playing. I have this butterfly die I got from Diamond Dyes, and I love it. It's 2 different layers. So I had printed off some sheets of Cheryl Deli Girl Deli Girl 1961. I'd printed off some of her sheets from her Nature's Bounty kit and did a bunch of butterflies. So now these are all ready to go, and I put stickles down the middle for their bodies. These are all ready to go when I'm ready to decorate a journal. And then these are a flower die, I believe. Yeah, these were diamond dies as well. Normally what I like to do with the flowers is to curl them and, you know, wet them and scrunch them up and give them some dimension, but since these are going to be going into journals, I thought, no, I'm just going to leave them flat because they're going to get squished anyway. And then again, I put some, this is vintage photo stickles. So I'd like to do some more flowers because this will get used up in no time. And then recently, oh, here's some more butterflies. This is a different one. I don't remember where I got this butterfly die from, but those are plainer. From Diamond Dies, I had won a prize with Christina Crafty Paws, and the dies were banners and tickets, are what I chose. So I cut up a whole bunch of those. And then a new craft shop that opened in town recently, I was in there and they had a die from Bo Bunny that had tabs. So I've been wanting a tab die or punch, and so there a few different styles of tabs came in the set, and it also came with one ticket. So I got a whole whack of that all printed up. So now I've got a bunch of tabs that look professional because when I cut them, I can't do a very good job. So now I have to get organized and find somewhere that I can store these where they're going to be useful and handy for me when I'm working on my journals. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.